Colorado. I'm a giraffe.
Attack left lane.
The blessed little Yukis, you mean?
No.
I shit on Lokis all day long.
Attack the Gold Fury.
I bet you if you read the terms of service, someone will buy you a computer.
Group up.
Dang, the love affair's over? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, you're fuzzy-wuzzy. Let's not hurt them too bad. Let's make them scream!
Raijin has a taunt on his ult. We just went over this!
Split push.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to episode 30 of Split Push. It's a Smite podcast that is really fucking hyped up right now because we just finished watching the World's Tournament, and
you heard it here first.
In a moment. Yep, you heard it here first. But before you hear it, let's tell you who you're going to hear it from again. First up, it's Dirt Nap Dan.
Hey, what's happening, everybody?
And we got my buddy Yuki.
Splice.
And there's Guy.
What's up, everyone?
And y'all know her. Y'all love her. Someday she's going to end up reading them terms of service. It's Beagle Girl.
What's up?
All right, so you already heard it here on episode 28 when we had Kabam on, and we said, can't wait to have you back after you win Worlds, you and the MVP. Looks like that's going to be Sino. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. How hype are you guys about this shit?
Don't give Sino nausea!
Yeah, no shit.
Ban
Every time he was
Freya.
hand tied. Oof.
Last game, I saw Freya. I thought, oh, they win.
That's exactly what I thought. When I seen the Freya pick, I was like, it's over.
I was like, oh my god, they win.
Here's my honest response is I think I went to the bathroom and came back, so they had the first 3 picks on each side, and Beagle's like, they got Freya, they're going to win. I'm like, I hear that, but Wolfie's got Raijin, and they got Chablanque back, which they won with in game 1.
Boy, he hit that quadra kill with that Raijin in game 4. Was sick.
So,
yes.
well, I think,
But
I think we
when
should
they
take this
picked
game by
Mercury, I'm like, it was over.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. All right, so Yuki's right. So first off, let me give you a quick recap here of what happened in ye old tournament. So in the quarterfinals, it was Dignitas versus Space Station, and Dig, the favored to win the tournament here, won 2-1. Splice, our boys, beat Obey 2-0. E United fell to Trifecta. Our boy Paul was playing high five, man.
Man,
Dude.
he was off the chain.
Dude.
He was killing it.
Awesome. NRG, unfortunately down a man, had to make a last minute switch, falls to Team Rival.
He played really well, though.
Yeah, I don't think
they did.
I don't think they beat Rival even without the roster change. I think Rival just shut them down the entire set.
Rival, hats off to them, dude.
They played
This
well.
whole tournament they played well, because next in the semifinals, Dig falls to Splice 0-3. 0-3. The writing was on the wall. But Team Rival would not be daunted by that as they take our boy Paul and Trifecta out 3-0. And then that gets us back here to the finals. Game 1, Team Rival comes out looking good.
Yeah. So the lineup going into game 1 is Rival with Raijin, Shibalanque, Ares, because it's Rival, and that's what they do. Raven and Amaterasu. Splice has Erlong, Ardio, Vulcan, Jingwei, and Kuzenbo. The picks and bans, a lot of what you typically like to see. They banned specifically a lot of those mid-mages to slow down Splice and ended up on Vulcan. A couple of really, really hot ults, but Rival looked ready to steamroll at 3-0 in game 1. I mean, that game 1 showing looked like they were a team that was not going to be beat.
Yeah, they definitely did really well in game 1. I was a little afraid, but I had faith in my boys, and boy, did they pull through for me.
Yep. And then we're just doing a quick recap here to talk about some of the highlights as we go. So Rival wins game 1 in just pure dominant fashion.
Dude, that Ares pick.
The Ardio.
Aries Walker.
Yeah, dude. Freaking Ardio solo ulted like 5 or 6 times that game by Ares.
Poor
Just
Aurora, dude. He doesn't
punished her.
deserve that.
no one. No, it was brutal. So going into game 2, Rival with the win goes Odin, Xibalankwe, Pele, Zhangque mid, and Kukulane. And
who was that first ban though? Ares.
Yeah, first ban Ares out of Splice, who had Freya, Naja, Agni, and Ardio.
I'm fairly certain he was actually first banned for the rest of the games after that game. He was at least in the first ban phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, Splice takes game 2, proving you can't give Cyclone Freya, and that Naja was just relentless. They go, oh, you have an Odin cage. That's good at shutting down Naja. Oh well.
And they didn't place the Odin cages very well either.
Yeah, no, they didn't. Maswal though, and that Agni. Oh my god.
His positioning was insane.
Yeah, he's my new favorite player right now.
Ban out Zeus. Ban out Alplash. He's diverse.
Steve plays all the gods that I
diverse.
play. Like,
yeah, he's your hero.
He's my hero now.
So Splice pulls out game 1, and what I would say is typical Splice fashion, kind of drawn out, very careful, and then just push it through all in one go. They go into game 3, 1-1. Splice gets Xibalankwe, Naja again, Fenrir support, Terra, and Raijin. Rival gets the Alpwatch, Odin again, Robin, Cupid, and Fafnir.
Yeah, that Cupid pick, surprising.
That was a weird whole
That was a
entire
weird
team.
It was a weird pick, but it was the perfect pick to go against their team. They just couldn't utilize it enough.
Right.
Yeah, they had one good defense at the Phoenix where it's like they waited for the blink in and immediately dropped the cripple and the Alpwash ult. And it was solid. It worked. But that was it. That was the only time where it was like, yeah, there it was. Perfect.
I mean, it was good for burning beads in the early game. It was good for burning actives, but that's it. I mean, they never really got anything crazy off of it. They didn't even drop it on the Gold Fury defensively or anything. I was really disappointed in the Cupid play and the Odin play, to be fair.
Yeah. It was the best showing by Rival. So Splice takes that one. It's 2-1. Splice is now looking to take it 3-1 and win. And Splice goes into this one. Xibalankwe, Fenrir support, Obwatch, Ratatosker, and fucking Kumba Karna. General Rhinoceros popping off on the field. Rival's got Naja, Terra, Raijin, Ardio, and Jingwei. This is the game where that Raijin was terrifying.
Oh my god.
Wolfie was destroying with
Wolfie was a monster.
I don't know what he ended as, but at one point in time he was 10-1. I'm not sure where like I said, I'm not sure where
mid game
he
was
at,
10-1. I mean, just insane.
He was destroying.
Yeah. Splice couldn't find a rhythm. Rival pulled a Splice with that early aggression and just kept it going.
But I'll tell you what, the defenses at the end,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Splice showed that we may have our backs against the wall right now, may not win this, but they put up a defense. I mean, how many Fire Giants was it to Rival? Like
Six Fire Giants to win the game.
Poor Beagle. Poor
Dude,
Beagle.
I was going insane. It was just the same thing over and over again. Fire Giant, one person gets killed when they try to attack, they run away. They go back to Fire Giant, kill Fire Giant, come try to attack, one person dies, run away. I was going insane.
I think half that game was Phoenix sieging, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A good chunk of it was.
It was Aurora jumping in with Fenrir, grabbing, who was it? He kept grabbing the Ardio. Bringing them back in through the Alpwash ult with nowhere to run under Phoenix and died every time. It was just, and then the rest of the team would run away. Beagle be like, no!
I'm like, come on, just do something.
It was just that Raijin. They couldn't get to him, and anytime they did, he had enough actives and protection around him.
Yep.
Dude, you know, we skipped over a moment, but there was a point when Rival had Odin and Maswal was playing Raijin, and he got caged, and he turned into his ult and just feared the
away.
Odin
That was
away
beautiful.
and survived because of that fear.
Yeah, he had about 10% HP.
Awesome.
It was a speed buff invasion, I believe.
Yeah, and
just high five.
Aegis
just
right
messaged me.
right for the
high
bird
five,
bomb.
buddy. High five. Yeah, I had to give him a shout out, man.
Love you, Kabam. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. Congrats to you and the whole team.
Congrats.
Yeah. So now we make it into game 5, team 5, into game 5. Man, I'm sitting here sweating bullets. Like, I was hoping Splice would take it, no questions, in game 4. But we go to game 5. This is where things looked weird. I'm going to talk about a couple of things just off the picked van. So Rival ends up with Artio, Shibalankwe, Raijin again. Splice is like, nah, you can have it. Ratatoskr and Nike. Nike had what is like a nothing.
I mean,
50% win rate.
I think they were picked one time.
They were picked one time.
Pick rate's
It was
3%.
played once earlier. Yeah.
So pick rate 3, ban rate 1, win rate 50. So interesting pick. But the bans, they banned out Achilles and Hoonbots.
Yeah, I know.
I was concerned about those. I was like, what are they doing?
Really? I mean, what are they afraid of?
They know Sino's going to play fucking Rat. They know it. Like, how do they not know it?
But that's not who he played.
But it's not.
Well, yeah, because Rival had Tosker.
Or, was that the game they picked, Ratatoskr?
It was game 5.
Okay,
He
my
picked
bad.
Mercury up.
I was like...
This is where they left open Mercury.
Yeah, they forgot about him.
And Blade.
Yeah, forgot. Let's talk about... So let's go into Splice's draft here, and let's talk about what they forgot. Splice gets Freya, Terra, Opwatch, Fenrir, and Mercury.
Like, they didn't take away anything realistically other than their jungle.
I mean, the monkey and Achilles? Why?
Sino does play Achilles and the monkey very well.
Yeah.
But why would you give them all those picks?
With the Rat, he's going to like the Rat better because he can see everything going on.
Yeah.
I mean, they had first picks. That's what in the second phase. That's why they didn't ban the Rat, because they were picking him. But then that gave Splice, Fenrir, and Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what, they paid the price for both of those picks. Because Aurora on Fenrir was just awesome again. And Sino on Mercury was amazing. I mean, I've heard the debate about Talaria boots on Mercury.
You're sold.
But F. Dot said it right. I'd rather do a little bit less damage and be at all of the fights than do a little bit more damage and be at half of them.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of Talaria boots. I mean, just in this 5 games. Not to mention the rest of the week.
Yeah, Naja on Sino, he picks them up every time.
Yep. And then there was a point in game 2 or 3 where Deathwalker watched him take down the Fire Giant.
It just
stood there, then got killed afterwards.
No, it wasn't Deathwalker. It was.
Was he sure? Was it Deathwalker?
Ice.
It was Ice Baby.
Yeah. It was Ice. Yeah.
Just stood there, watched him do it, and then just killed himself.
Like, are you going to go in? Like, I get if you're going to go in and give up your life to try to steal it. Right?
But to just stand there and pick your nose, really?
But yeah, he didn't do anything, and then they all came around the wall, and he's just like, hi, Splice. I'm on your team, right?
Right.
That didn't work.
But so in the rest of the set, the other 4 games were long, sluggy matches, solid defenses. I don't think, with the exception of game 1, at any point was it clear who was winning until that team won for the rest of the set.
I mean,
but
game 4,
5,
you could say that it was pretty clear Rival was going to win, but at the same time, they almost lost it a couple times.
Yeah, absolutely. But game 5, Splice was like, all right, we're turning on the bottle. We're going full Fast and Furious on this shit. I mean, a double kill into a Gold Fury, into a Fire Giant, into a T2, into a Phoenix at 20 minutes.
Yeah, dude, it was like 15 minutes in. Who was it? Who was playing it? Devios. Oh my goodness. Devios in solo lane was just amazing today, but he was well overextended. He's like back near tier 2 tower with tier 1 still up against a double team, and just walks out of there like it's nobody's business. I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, my heart was thumping. I'm like, no, they called him out of position. He's going down, and no, he gets out.
He paid the price a few times when he was Kumba for being overextended.
Yeah.
He got caught a
I
few
didn't
times,
love his positioning on the Kuba play. He was definitely a little too aggressive.
I will say though that I think Geb was a permanent ban after the first game.
Oh my god,
yeah.
Geb, don't give Divios Geb.
Dude, that second game was so sick with
Divios
Geb.
Geb. Don't give Sino Neja. Don't give Aurora Fenrir. Oh my goodness. They just couldn't ban them all. That's what it came down
don't
to.
give Cyclone Freya. Just can't ban everybody.
Yeah, and that's been a big... And I can agree, as much as I complain about, like, the good characters all over the place, that's definitely a big positive and a big spotlight on where Smite is. You know, it got better and better as Season 5 went on, and we're at the end, and you're putting people everywhere, with the exception of Warriors, because nobody cares. Warriors.
What are Warriors?
Warriors are fat assassins, basically, at this point. I mean,
how many Warriors were picked in the entire 5 games?
I mean, there was a sprinkling of them. Because Odin made his appearance in the first 2 games. Nike, there was a Kukulane at one point?
That Kukulane, he definitely should have been tankier.
Yeah, so...
I don't like his start.
So, what?
I understand it.
Erlang. So there were 6 Warriors, because Amaterasu.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching the turning point here in this last game right now, and it's these tactical retreats. You know, it's like you get your pick, you get your objective, you get them running, and you stop, turn around, go to Gold Fury. They immediately just run right across over to Fire Giant here. You know, it's 19 minutes, 15 seconds. Let's just they're
not ready for this. They're not ready for this.
I think it was a little surprising. They didn't play like that the first 4 games. I think that was just a great change up for them to play that way that last game, and
I think it
kind of caught rival off guard.
Yeah,
mental conditioning is very important in long sets.
They said that. They said because when he was popping that X ball, they all popped their ults.
My god, that was like my favorite play. All they did was just stand still and all of a sudden, Earth and Fury, Taiko drums, they're all gone, and it's like, oh well, this is the easiest defense they've had yet. Yeah. I thought that they were literally going to take the game right there just because all their ults were down. And useless.
Dude, the Merc ults were phenomenal this game.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, there was a great one. They all got Fire Giant now, and they just all run out to mid lane. There's only 3 defending. The rat's gone off into the jungle, and it's tier 1 tower. It's tier 2 tower. It's Phoenix. I'm like, are they just going to push this right down their throat? But they had to pull back at that point. But still, nonetheless, getting fire minions on the field at like 21 minutes here was just awesome.
Yeah, just a great set altogether, all the games. All weekend was great. I liked all the games. Yeah. I watched a lot of them.
Can we talk about how, with the exception of the grand finals here, every game was X and O, with the exception of 2.
Yeah. I mean, that's just insane.
That's nuts.
Usually it's semifinals where we get
win too.
Usually it's semifinals where you get the long 5 sets where it's like 2-2 right. Who wins. But no, it was 3-0, 3-0. We're going to Worlds, damn it. And
the trifecta upset of VU, that was beautiful. Yeah,
that was big. That might have saved Rival too. It would have been interesting to see what happened if it had been EU and Rival in the semifinals. It might have been Splice EU.
Yeah, next year, watch out for trifecta. Paul and Sam, they have a future in this game.
Oh yeah.
Do you think Zapman stays next year?
That's a good question. I mean, Zapman's been here for all 5 years, just about.
I don't follow
Zuler's still on point,
all that stuff, but
yeah,
Zuler is still there.
Yeah, but you don't get them young reflexes anymore, man. Those guys are young, all of them.
Yeah, I know Paul's such a baby face.
Hey. Oh my god, yeah. When I seen him for the first time, I'm like, oh my god, he's a kid.
That's what I think when I look at all of them. Like, God, they're all kids. Oh my gosh.
Oh my. Just what a game. I mean, I was this last game, My wife's upstairs making dinner. I'm like, shit, I'm going to have to put this on my phone and have it at the dinner table. And I don't like devices at the table. That's actually against the rules. But special occasions, this is Worlds. And we're here. They're sieging down the left lane. And I hear Dirtnat's mom up there getting closer and closer to dinner being ready. I hear the mashed potatoes being mashed. I'm like, oh, Beagle, wouldn't this be nice if they just push this in right here and win the game? And you know what they did? They pushed it right in and won the game.
I was so 30 seconds behind Dirtnap's dad, too, while I was watching. And,
we were making fun of Dan the whole time.
So I heard him screaming, and I'm like, oh my god, what happened? Like, was it a pick? What was it? What was it? And then all of a sudden, they just burst onto the Titan and fucked that thing up. And I was like, I lit up, dude. I was so hyped.
Oh my god, dude! At one point, we were talking about how he was behind, and so we're like, what if we just like start shouting for like no reason at all, just to make him get all excited? And so Dad started just cheering, but then right then they actually got a tower, and he's like, oh, now he thinks we're cheering because of that.
Like nothing was going on. They were nowhere close to any objectives. So I'm like, oh yeah, and then. I'm like, all right, Beagle's laughing. And then we look up and like 5 seconds later, they just charge up the lane and take the tower. I'm just like, well, I'm not going to cheer for that now.
Really amazing how calculated they are at that level. Like, they would know there's 5,000 gold on the field. Let's go take all the towers after we take this.
Mm-hmm. There was one retreat here. I don't even remember which game it was, but as Splice was retreating, they took every bit of jungle along the way. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, Rival couldn't even catch them, and couldn't even with them stopping, ever so briefly to clear the jungle. It was just, But I mean, you said the amount of timing that goes in. There was, when Sino was playing Nija, every time that if they didn't die in the air and they were landing,
the Fenrir scoops.
The Fenrirs, the Raijin ult, it didn't matter. The one time, I think it was Odin, landed, and Raijin was already in his ult, and bam, 1 shot, 2 shot. Oh, you jumped over the wall. I don't care. 3rd shot, you're dead.
Yeah. Man, the hype at my house was fucking real. Me and my wife yesterday watching all the semifinals. Today, shout outs because Psychotic Necro and EMS Girl hanging out tonight. We did some pre-Thanksgiving dinner, watching Smite Grand Finals here, and my poor neighbors are probably pissed as shit now because Splice just starts pushing. Splice is going. Splice is looking like they're going to back off. Nope, turn on that Titan, and we're screaming at the top of our lungs. 5 people. It was great. It makes me just not being there this year for sure, but
dude, they just bulldoze that fire giant. Terra's up there, kind of zoning off a little bit. The Chablanque goes off from Rival. It didn't matter. It just didn't. I mean, as much as that ult sucks when you can't see what's going on, Aurora snags somebody with the Fenrir ult. Still kills them in the Alpoish ult. They turn the fight. They kill them. They're down right here to Phoenix. This is game. It was game. Oh my goodness. I'm blabbering because it was so awesome.
I'm still so hyped.
Absolutely.
Right here it is. 26 minutes. They're in the throne room, but no, we got to back up a little bit. There's too many of them up. Oh, high five, dude.
Man, you see. None of us here pretend to be top tier players. Like we'll come. If you ever ask me, I'll come out and say it's like I'm not.
What are you talking about?
I'm personally not mechanically gifted at this game. I'm pretty good. I can hold my own, but I know I'm never gonna be the best. But it's really nice from the angle of the person, and Dan's this year has gotten more and more into this too. Is understanding the non-player skill mechanics of this game. We sit there and we talk as a group. We don't always execute. We don't always remember to do it. But the being patient, the knocking them, sending them back's as good as a kill, and things we're working on as a group. and everyone should look for. It's like, oh, we just got a double kill and their team is splitting, and it's like, man, what you would give to know that everybody on your team turns and goes to that gold fury, turns and goes to that fire giant or that pyro, or clears out the jungle and doesn't look for those kills. And it's really cool to see that some of the crap that comes out of our mouth is good, is right. It's the right call. Now, again, always executing it, not always the best at that. But when it's like when we talk about the game from the overhead view, as we do here on the podcast, you're not in the game. It's like, oh, you should totally not be chasing kills and go for the fire. It's good to see that we're learning, because a year ago, I couldn't have told you a lot of this. A year ago, I hadn't studied up the numbers as much. I mean, you look at the itemization, you look at when they're building things and the power spikes, it's really crazy. And then also that we're not crazy that tanks and warriors suck this year. It's if you're, as long as you're not built, or as long as you try to build defense. I mean, damage warriors are broken, but it's refreshing, and I'm interested to see where they go in season 6, because they're not. Every year we've had a big overhaul of the game, big overhaul of conquest, big overhaul of items, and they come out this year and say, "Small changes, boys, small changes."
I'm excited for that.
Yeah. And that'll bring us right into now we've gotten a little bit of this adrenaline high down. We'll look at some of these HRX announcements from Friday. Lots of cool shit coming out. Lots and lots of cool shit. A lot of stuff people have been asking for. Well,
hey, before we get to that, though, just again, one more time, hats off to Splice for winning the championships here. It was a phenomenal 5-game set.
Yeah.
Sino
Think about it.
Taking the MVP.
Yeah, definitely deserved.
Definitely.
And also, not to overlook the console wars.
Dude, I actually got a point on that.
I really didn't get a chance to watch, but I do want to call out that Astral Authority Xbox team, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Did win the World Championship over Flashpoint.
Yeah, hands down, Flashpoint looked good going in, but there was almost no question that Astral Authority wins. They were dominant all year. But one more thing on Splice, because I want to bring up the college league for a second. But Splice, think about this. Splice, beginning of the year, bottom team in SPL.
One win.
One win.
One singular lonely win, and they just take Worlds by the throat.
Yeah, their mid laner wasn't even playing on any team this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they picked him up mid-season.
Oh, I feel so bad for Rival right now because I'm watching Splice hoist the hammer up, and they just pan over to Rival whose heads are on the desk. Yeah. I'm just like,
it hurts.
2 years in a row.
Yeah, but think about it.
Dude,
Rival
you guys
and
look
EU.
awesome, though.
Last season, Rival and EU were Splice.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't the best teams. They were pretty shaky at the beginning of the year. And they meet up in Worlds.
They did say that Splice was this year's rival, the North American rival of last year.
Yeah, definitely. So the college league, it was really fun to watch. A little bit looser on the gameplay, technicality wise, but still not bad. Definitely better than I'm ever going to be. I do have to point out Meerkat, for those of you who watch the streamers and other stuff out there. He's out there a bit. I know his name. Loves his Loki. Fucking locks Loki. Loki was in Worlds. He needs to be nerfed. That tells you right there he needs to be nerfed if Loki's in Worlds.
He was hovered in
Splice, was it? Hovered him?
Yeah.
Twice? Two different phases?
Yeah.
So, they were going to hover him last pick, and I'm like, oh my god, are they going to go fucking Loki mid? Are they going to do it?
Yeah. But, so hats off to, Smite getting the college league going. Pretty good games, other than the one where Loki drug it out to 55 minutes. Because, lo and behold, Loki's on the enemy team, so we have a Phoenix down, so we can't leave base to go defend a Fire Giant or anything because the Loki's here. And he nearly killed the Titan solo at one point earlier in the game. At this point, he easily would have killed it. It's why Loki's unfun. Now, that's not to say that Loki doesn't serve a purpose. And I get it. We joke about it here a lot. I'm not a fan of the character, but every god in Smite has their role, even if it's to be a giant piece of unfun trash. They all serve a purpose.
I will say, just on the whole Loki front, I haven't seen it in the years that I've been playing Smite now. I've never come across this, but recently I've seen it time and time again on him and actually the Morgan both. The Athena all in on the invisible character, and you just don't know it's coming.
Yep.
You're going to get Loki alted with an Athena all on top of it, just for shits and giggles.
Because it doesn't telegraph the Athena when you're invisible.
Yeah. I think there needs to be some sort of adjustment to that. Because, again, Smite is all about the chessboard. See the game, react, and play the game. Not, surprise, I just pulled another piece in off the board and changed everything. But I don't know.
Rip Morgan, not at Worlds this year. I'm hoping we're going to see a lot of stuff in between seasons here to maybe try to make her more stable going forward. Because she's been in and out of legal play. Because she's buggy as hell. But it's also a very technical character as far as the coding is concerned. So
I bet.
It's that. And I can't wait. Man, College League, I hope it gets bigger. Smite moving forward, bigger than ever. All the naysayers, even DM Brandon said he likes where things are going. And it's a hype as hell year, and they're in the best place ever.
I don't trust anything that man says. He's probably going to complain. He'll complain in 5 minutes after posting that and say Smite
love
sucks.
affair's over? Is that what you're saying?
Ooh. Yeah, I'm done with him.
Damn.
I gave up on that man. I watched a couple more of his videos, and like it kind of made me laugh because like he's getting whispers like, "Please stop feeding in all my ranked games." You're like, and it's just like, it's true. I'm watching him do so badly and talk trash on everybody, and it's like I'm done. I'm out.
He's got a lot of knowledge about the game.
Yeah, he does.
But like
I
Yuki
don't think
said,
so.
we have a lot of knowledge about the game. But that doesn't always translate down to the fingertips, whether they're on a controller or a keyboard, and remembering all of that stuff in such a complex and dynamic game.
I think DM Brandon thinks he knows what he's doing. That's what I think.
I've learned a lot from him.
I'm old.
I'm old. Yeah.
But dude, I have learned a lot.
That's why you
from
play
him.
mages.
But he's also,
I like big circles.
he's a little rough around the edges, to put it
All right,
nicely.
so let's get into these HRX announcements, man.
Cross-platform play.
We
For
want to
most
go straight
people.
to there.
Fuck.
Fuck you, Sony. You suck.
Fuck you,
Come on,
Sony.
Sony.
Just as a heads up to everyone listening, people we play with, I doubt PlayStation's going to jump on board for crossplay anytime soon. If Hi-Rez does any sort of account transfer incentive,
Well, they're giving progression for every account. All your accounts will have your stuff.
Right. So if that's going to but that may not be for the PlayStation because they're not part of the cross-platform.
I hope so.
If it is, I don't care. I don't care where I go. I'm leaving PlayStation. The PlayStation is quite literally abusing us at this point. They're against the cross-platform. I mean, I'm
sending
their
them a
networks have
letter.
been terrible. Yeah, I'm going to tell them.
I'm about to have a BF.
Oh gosh.
I'm about to have a BF on Sony.
Just calm down, Dan. Calm down.
No,
no. You know what? Actually,
what's the name of your manager? I'm writing a letter.
But so and the worst part is I've been a PlayStation fan mostly because of the exclusive titles over the last 10 years. But sorry, Sony, like you can't get on board with everybody else. You're afraid that cross-platform is going to lose you money. Well, you're going to lose money because you won't cross-platform.
Yes,
I was on board with
Players
PlayStation from
first.
the start because they had the free internet, and I was like, "That's OP." Like,
Yeah, that really
obviously.
helped early on.
Then
Yeah,
they
that
made
went out
it.
the window.
Then they made it so that you have to pay, and I haven't been able to, which means I don't even care about PlayStation anymore. It's pointless. There's no point in it. I would much rather play on PC. I just don't have the skill cap or the friends.
Xbox actually has like a family gold pass.
Yep.
Yeah, and they
So-
took away the ability to do that with the whole sharing.
Sharing.
Like
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
used to be able to get basically PS Plus through Dirtnap's dad, I think it was, and have access to online games other than Smite. Well, now that doesn't work. They took that away. They're just making their system worse and worse for the people using them instead of better.
I call that spreadsheet syndrome in the corporate world. Oh, look, we can just, if we carry the one over here from this column, look how much more money we'll make. But you're not looking at the actual picture and how that's going to affect everything. It's just like Wrangler. Used to have 7 belt loops. Now they have 5. That's what? A couple pennies per belt loop. Oh, I just made us millions of dollars. But now the belts aren't going to work as well. You rip a loop. What happens? Oh, shit. Now my whole pair of pants is ruined. You know what? Yeah. I'm going to start buying other brands that have an appropriate amount of belt loops now.
Yeah. So we're going to see cross-platform between PlayStation,
Smite, and Fuck Wrangler podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know where that fucking came from.
And here's the worst part. The fucking Switch is going to be part of the cross-platform. Why the fuck do I care? Now I can take Smite with me anywhere.
Fuck, dude. Have you ever tried to use communications on a fucking Nintendo device?
Good
luck with it.
I've got fucking Discord.
Yep, you'll be using it if you use a Switch.
Yep. But point being is, I rag on the Switch all the time because it's a glorified fucking tablet with some Bluetooth controllers, and now it looks better to me than my fucking PlayStation.
Oh, I'm downloading on my Switch. Don't get me wrong.
But so look for us soon, coming soon to a console, not PlayStation. Also part of the announcements, between the crossplay, we're getting a new arena. If you paid a little bit of attention, the icon in the game was updated on the last patch.
It's actually there.
It's there.
It's out. Yeah.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's out, mister. You had to work late this week.
Yeah, no shit. Okay, so it's out. Sweet.
It's gorgeous, too. It is gorgeous.
Really beautiful.
The Minotaur looks awesome.
Oh, my goodness.
The portal looks awesome.
Because they're Minotaurs. That's the only reason why they need to buff them.
I got to bring this up. The community leadership program, Hi-Rez said, all right, we need a better way to talk to the casual players. So now they're going to be running basically elections for a little cabinet of community elected representatives to have direct interaction with Hi-Rez.
Let's be realistic, though. I don't know if that's going to matter much for the littler people.
I don't know, dude. I mean, they're putting the community first, and that is important.
Yeah,
it is. It's a good sign.
As long as you don't end up with just your really big time streamers. But you got to look at people like Duke Sloth. Yeah, but think about Duke Sloth, Smitten. When you look at people like that, you hear from them the same things that you hear from the people you meet when you play, and when we talk amongst ourselves. So the other people we play with, they're not so far removed.
Too, know?
They're not so far removed. Because they're not playing on that top tier level. They're not playing Grandmasters.
Yeah, see, I think that's my worry, is that pro league players are going to be on that board because people them.
What I'm assuming is that the pro players aren't eligible for election. That's what I'm going to assume.
I mean, that's just my worry. If they're not ineligible for election, is that some of them are going to make it on, and they don't see the game from a standpoint that we do. So, of course, their opinions are going to differ.
Who's running? Right, somebody on the show's running. Who's running?
You better head on over there, Dan.
You have to be liked and known to get voted for, and I am neither.
People like Split Push. Well, most people. Not everybody. But I even appreciate the people that don't.
I know a few people that don't.
Yeah.
And then,
but that's okay.
Yeah. Continuing on, again, we talked about balance changes. Smite revealing the next couple of gods, and as the season goes on, when they release things or there's events, they're now going to hint towards upcoming gods in those events.
Well, if you paid attention, there were hints to these upcoming gods in the game.
Yes, there were.
I pointed out one of them, and not many of the podcast members seem to know about it. And with the first 2 coming out, King Arthur and Merlin, I pointed out on the Joust map that Excalibur was there. And that it was the most obvious sign that King Arthur would be in this game. The sword was in the stone for I don't know how long, and all of a sudden this thing's rising up, glowing. I'm like, dude, King Arthur's incoming. Yeah. And everyone was like, "Whoa, he's not a god."
Well, I specifically never disagreed with you.
No, I don't mean just you guys. I just heard a lot of different opinions that were like, "He's not a god," so.
the meme out there is the kid playing the trumpet behind the girl with her ears closed, which is Smite with her ears closed, and the Smite community playing the trumpet that, he's not a god. That made me laugh.
Well, it's not that he's not a god. It's my biggest thing was what pantheon is he going to fit into?
I
would
don't
assume
care,
Celtic.
honestly. Like, I don't
Probably.
care. It's like he is... I feel like Smite's going more for historical, mythical, like, instead of just being like, okay, it has to be a god.
No.
They
I
open the
agree.
book with these two people to...
I better get He-Man and Skeletor next.
Right. No, Dan, and I agree with you 100%. And it was never a question of, they won't do it because they're not gods. We have plenty of characters that aren't gods. My thing always was, that would seem strange, because where are they going to place them?
Right. And I don't even know if, like, are they going to put them in? What pantheon are they going to put them in?
Maybe. Well, remember, they also did say that there's a new pantheon coming. I don't think it's going to be, like, right here after Worlds.
I don't think so, but maybe they just add a mystical or like heroic pantheon and say like this is where they go.
Because I'm trying to think of what's really left for pantheons. I mean, we're getting kind of shy on the big ones.
Yeah.
But and then also, so Jormungandr announced, Horus announced.
Jormungandr is going to look sick. I can say that already.
Yeah. But what's he going to be? I'm worried we're looking at a bunch of fucking mages and assassins again, and I would love. Look, I get it, all right, but you got to give us, warrior and support players some more shit to choose from.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a little lacking on warriors. I'm really glad Arthur's coming in.
How about a real support player?
Yeah. I tell you, I've been thrust into, being one of the main players for us in the support role. And I'm just like, I'm getting so tired of looking at this list, And sure, there's room for me to grow and expand still, but it's just like, then you flick over to the mage page and you gotta scroll down and scroll down and scroll down and yeah, come on, give us some love.
Well, there's almost as many mages as there are warriors and guardians put together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, make this the
and
season
we're still
of
getting
tank
a new mage.
releases. And we're still getting a new mage.
But I'm super excited for a triple stance switcher and a combo-based warrior. They sound so much fun.
It's gonna be interesting to see how I'm wondering if the triple stance swap is gonna work more like Kernos' 1 and the abilities change versus like Artio or Ullr's stance change.
I was thinking it might even be kind of like I don't play other fucking MOBAs, but there is another character in another MOBA that I don't remember the name of either.
League. Every time you use an ability, then it changes what abilities are on the bar.
And I'm thinking it might be something like that for either Arthur or Merlin, maybe both.
Yeah.
Because they did say that it's going to be a whole new dynamic of play. They hyped up how different his kit is.
Still going to have an alt, though, right?
Yes. I don't know. I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure they said that.
Merlin is going to have an alt. I know Merlin does. I don't remember if Arthur does.
I'm excited, though. I was so hyped. I was at work watching that. I was just like, yes! All right. But, hey, lots of new hints about guys coming on, but we need to keep moving on here. Esports changes.
Whoa. Hold on. We didn't announce a couple of the other names. Horus, Set are coming.
Yeah,
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did.
I missed it. My bad.
We're good. And then they're going to hint at the future ones.
All right.
Esport changes coming up. Big one. As we move forward and continue to grow, we're making big changes to the Smite Pro League season format. Starting in Season 6, all SPL games will be held on LAN at our Skillshot studio in Atlanta, Georgia.
I think that's really cool.
Better competition, upgraded production, additional content throughout the season.
Yeah. They just need to get this Mixer link work so I can actually get some of these fucking chests. I got none. I've relinked my account 9 times.
Yeah,
how many pros want to move to Atlanta?
Yeah. But they did make an announcement about the awards today, and they said that if you were watching the championship games at 3 and your account was linked, you were going to get everything, I believe.
Yeah,
I doubt it because
they apologized for the error, but they said that it is still being tracked. You You can't see it, so
I guarantee that I
pony
won't
up.
get shit, and that's what makes me not give a fuck about what they say about it. Because I linked my account, I linked it again because they fucked it up, and I still haven't gotten anything.
Dude, I
got
just
faith
create
they'll
a
fix
freaking
it.
account.
I got faith they'll fix it.
I have faith they'll fix it, but how many times do I have to get promised rewards before I actually get them?
So I also told Beagle about this. They also mentioned starting high school teams.
Yes.
I am definitely interested.
Yeah, I'm
I like
talking to
Beagle
Steven about it.
Talk to your school, because that'd be awesome.
Yeah, so my mom is a teacher. Granted, an elementary school teacher. She teaches special needs students, right? So she handles all the blessed little crazy people in the world.
The blessed little Yukis, you mean?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. But so and because I've done a lot of stuff with like the music program at the elementary school she works at. I usually go in once or twice or 3 times a year and do a little percussion thing and write up the curriculum plan for that day and all that stuff. I'm gonna see. I might through some of her contacts see about getting one of the high schools around here because they're both pretty big. Seeing if there's any traction for it there and try to get that going.
Yeah, I mean, that's just super cool to me to even get people starting at a high school level. How amazing are they going to be by the time they hit the college team, the SPL team?
Yeah,
because
some
SPL kids look like
esports
should
is here
still
to
be
stay.
in high school.
Yeah,
esports
is here to stay. The people need to get over it. It's a thing that's going to be.
It's a sport.
Here. It's a sport.
Yeah.
It really is.
Dude, I watched the SPL this week, over the last 2 weeks, honestly. But watched the championships today. Like, I would watch the World Series or the Super Bowl. I was excited. I was just sitting on the edge of my seat. I was cheering. I was, in dread at times as the enemy team was, playing really good and taking some games. And, I was scared going into Game 5, but I had faith in Spice.
Yeah, it literally
I knew
was
they could do
like
it
watching
after that defense.
I knew
But,
they could.
Rival, nothing to be trifled with. Great players. I mean Deathwalker and Ice
They
Ice
are
Baby
amazing.
and Wolfie. I mean, I didn't even get over to the duo lane yet, and I've already said 3 superstars.
Yeah, I mean, Deathwalker was
amazing.
insane, and I think I didn't know he streamed up until Worlds, so I'll definitely be checking out his stream.
Check him out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also with Project Olympus, they're announcing some stuff they're gonna be going on here is like button customization and mapping in the game. That would be big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, it doesn't matter because I'm not going to be playing on PlayStation much longer because PlayStation sucks and they don't want to be a part of like everything else. But
Still pony up.
I wish that freaking Smite would work on my PC.
I think they will.
No, they won't. If
it
were
Smite
Fortnite,
and Hi-Rez is kind of leading the way with this in a lot of aspects with the crossplay and that player's first mentality. And if PlayStation doesn't get on the ball with that, they're going to get left behind.
Well,
and
PlayStation
that's going to lose them money.
PlayStation didn't give a shit about the soccer ball car game.
Soccer bar
Rocket League.
Yeah.
They didn't give a shit about Fortnite. They don't give a shit. This isn't fucking EA or whatever.
Yeah, if it's not like the biggest thing in COD.
I think they have crossplay on Fortnite, right?
I think there is on Fortnite. Yeah, it's like the one we have right now.
But it's growing, and they just can't deny it. I mean, at some point they're going to lose money. I mean, especially
how long are you
PlayStation writer starts writing them saying, "Look, do I need to switch so I can play cross-platform like everybody else?"
Yeah, but how long are you willing to wait?
Well, a little bit because I can't afford an Xbox right now.
We've all got computers. How long are you willing to wait? I can hook.
I can use WASD.
You can hook your controller up to your computer for free.
Yeah, actually,
Smite will not run on my computer well. Like, I can't play anything but Arena.
Beagle's computer's a pile of trash, so she can't switch. But the rest of us,
hey, Beagle, I bet you if you read the terms of service, someone will buy you a computer, but it won't be me.
No, go away. I don't like any of you. I need new friends.
Well, then keep playing on your potato.
If I can build my wife's computer for $400, so can you, Beagle.
I mean, I'm already Dad mentioned the idea of me getting a part-time job already. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
so,
there you go.
There you go.
Part-time Smite supply.
What else we got here? I know the other thing, they unleashed some of the storyline for the Godslayer Ares. That was pretty cool.
Dude, that video is hot. That Ares skin is fucking hot.
Dude, with gems going on sale here, for Thanksgiving, Black Friday time frame like they normally do. And, again, they will go on sale around Christmas time.
They're on sale now.
So,
They're
save up for
right
when
now.
they're on sale. I might. It depending on how many quests there are yet and what some of the lower cost ones are, might be able to squeak them out. Just maybe.
There's no possibility for me to get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw this out there. For those of you who don't have all the skins and voice packs, or relatively new, and haven't invested, all platforms getting the arena bundle. All right, this isn't like a super premium mega tier bundle, but it's pretty good. So for free, you can now get 7 free gods and their voice packs. So if you have the gods, you'll get the voice packs: Pele, Anubis, Nuwa, Khepri, Odin, Cuchulainn, and Medusa. Also 8 free skins: Righteous Hammer Thor, Imperator Khepri, Typhoon Kukulkan, Battle Maiden Bellona, Hound of Ulster Cuchulainn, Amethyst Nuwa, Raven's Throne Odin, and World Weaver Neith. So these are their tier 2s and some older skins, but if you don't have them, even if you think I'll never use the skins, pick them up. They're coming out of your chests going into next year's season.
Yep.
Because it's free.
All right. Is that anything else? Are we ready to move on to the next section here?
God, that Ares skin is super fucking sexy.
So we will do a short section here on Games of the Week just because I know there's a couple that I would like to talk about. So I'm going to go ahead.
I'm not talking. You can skip me on Games of the Week.
You hear that, everybody? We're just going to skip Mr. Humble here.
I'll be right back.
Did I play games this week?
But let me get the notes out here. All right. So, I'm going to start off with one. Played an Assault here the other day. And, yeah, Yuki was working. We kind of I wonder what happened to him, type moment. But I got, it was pretty late, and I got Toth. And I'm like, oh my goodness, Yuki is rolling over in his bed right now that I'm playing Toth. And I went out there as Toth, and I don't even have him God Mastery 1. I only played him a handful of times, if that. And, oh my goodness, I was just lighting it up. I don't even remember what I ended as. It was pretty solid. Maybe if I scroll down here quick, I'll see it. But 13, 5, and 24. A pair of triple kills. Also, I found it hard to believe that I just now got this, but I got Last Man Standing, being the last man alive in a Conquest or Assault or one other mode, maybe even. I was like, really? After all these 2 years, I finally got that? Okay. But, it was just a great game. Beagle had some great defense in there as Anubis, and, held off a wave at our Phoenix, and, it was one of my pair of triple kills that I got in the match. She said I stole him from her, but she died, so, somebody had to kill him. A game that Beagle and I played this morning. We're playing Joust.
Wait. Can I just ask one question?
What?
Is it the one with the tier?
Yes.
Oh, I was going to talk about that one.
Well, let's talk about it together.
Okay.
So, I roll in as Medusa. Beagle.
I'm Scylla.
We get this tier. It's got this nice little diamond thing around him, We're like, all right. Got somebody that knows how to play tier, right?
Oh
right?
my god.
Knows how to play tier, right? So, we get into this match. We're up against a Cuchulainn, a Nox, and a Daji. Beagle and I are ripping some shit up. This tier is generally out of position. Keeps going into the death trap thinking, I can lure them into red buff and then push them down the lane because that's the easy way of using my abilities. And just getting himself killed. And I just don't even know. He liked Beagle, but anything I did, you rock, cancel that. I'm like, I am 9-2, and you're telling me I suck. And bitching at me. And what it come down to, we had, did we take their Phoenix out yet? or we were sieging it. I don't know. But I came back, got red buff, and they challenged me for it. And I pulled this miracle of miracles against 3 of them to get out of the death trap of the red buff with a quarter of my life left. And I just need one more thing to happen and I'm scot-free. And I realized that little dot tier never moved. He's standing in our tower just watching, waiting for me to die. And I'm like, Beagle, he just let me die on purpose. And she's like, you know what? I'm like, I know what. We quit. We surrendered. We gave him the loss. Yeah, this is what it was. Beagle sent a message over to the other team. They laughed. They said it was a great game.
Beagle, why don't you go ahead and enlighten us on this tiers build, too? I heard this story, and I'm excited to hear the build again.
Beagle? I think we lost Beagle.
Where'd Beagle go? I hear screaming.
Beagle, unplug your mic, plug it back in, and then start recording again. So, tiers build. I don't know if we build a blessing or not. Okay?
I don't think it matters once you hear the rest.
Don't know if you had a blessing, so let me skip the first item for a moment. Power boots. Jotun's Wrath.
No. The first item was the best one.
Oh, I know. Let me just come back to it. Brawler's Beatstick. The Crusher. Pestilence. But that first item. Golden Blade. Yeah.
Oof.
Let's have a moment of silence for that.
And I'm going to go ahead and venture that he started that item. I'm pretty confident.
I don't know.
Ultimate God Pack on PC, $9 right now on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
So,
seen that. It's on all consoles, I think, on all platforms.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I had $10 right now.
But I'll tell you, it was just, I don't know. I'm not going to shit on him anymore. It was just okay.
So the port on the computer is probably messed up.
Gotcha.
No, I think it's on the mic. Is it on the mic or the
Just be
computer?
very careful. All right, well, just don't talk then.
Shut up, people. Go on, get.
Shut up. Go on now, get.
So, a couple other games I just want to throw out there real quick. I had a moment playing Nijak because, I've been trying to play gods that I haven't mastered. And we're in an assault. And they had a pretty decent Pele. And who do they have? A Soul. So I'm going back to, in Joust, back to the white camp. And I see Pele trailing behind on their side through our wards. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get there first. I'm going to set up an ambush here, right? So I get back, I turn the corner, and there on their side of the tunnel is Soul in the middle of backing. And I'm just like, ah! And I panic button pushed and tossed my ring out on her. And I'm like, oh, got her. That's good. And I just sash over, kill her, and I'm like, shit. Pele's here. All bam, bam, bam. Got all the crits, landed, kill her. I'm like, double kill. Like, yes, Dan's so proud of me right now.
He finally knows what it feels like to do damage and solo 2 people.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was just, it started off in a panic and it ended with, I know what I'm doing, just stick with the plan. So that was pretty high five. And getting back to tier, I played a game of tier. And this was in a joust again with Yuki and Yuri. And I didn't bitch. I didn't complain. I didn't play great, but I didn't play bad either.
He always bitches when he plays tier. This god is so stupid. Why is his stance switch on the wrong button?
That's my problem with him. Why is his stance switch not on the triangle?
I know, it throws me off a lot.
It's because he was so early on for the stance switches, honestly.
I don't know, rework it, do whatever you gotta do and put it on the right spot.
Nah.
Yeah.
He's just... the reason his stance switch isn't his ultimate is because all ultimate stance switches are instant and have no cooldown. His has a cooldown. You have to use his kit efficiently.
Yep. And
you
I
can't
did that
just,
for once.
like, stance switch, stance switch, stance switch, stance switch, and spam your shit in the, like, weird order. You have to use your 1, use your 2. If your stance switch is up, stance switch, use your dash to get out, your heal to heal up. You know, he's just a different skill variant of a stance switcher.
Yep. So my last tidbit is I drew an Odin in an assault and Beagle was playing Ares and Dan Thor. We had a random Zeus and Kepri. And right away, I'm like, hey, Beagle, you want to see what relics they have? And, and I just balls the wall right over into their tower and, hey, everybody, and ran right back out and, got all the relics. And I don't think any of them had beads right off the bat, did they? Which, anytime I'm playing Ares, yes, they, half of them have beads, even if it's an assault. But as the minions are coming out for the first wave, I caught all 5 of them in the cage. Beagle caught them all with her ult or something. Oh yeah, I think she caught them all with her ult in my cage with the Zeus ult. I got 3 stacks before like minions died. It was just great. I built so many stacks in that match. It was just crazy. Well over the 5 that I needed.
Yeah, he was asking me throughout the match, how many stacks do I need? How many stacks can I get? And I'm like, you can only get 5. Don't get excited. You're not getting 7 million power out of your passive.
Damn. Because I got a lot. All right. Who else got some games here they want to talk about?
Me quick, because after this, I really need to go to the bathroom. All right. So, first, I want to talk about, where is it? Oh, yeah, it's right here. So, yesterday, we were playing Assault. It was me, Dan, Colorado, and was Guy with us?
Colorado. I'm a giraffe.
That's exactly what Beagle said.
Yes,
he hates
that's my
that.
favorite
He
video
hates
ever.
that. He thinks it's the dumbest thing in the world. And I'm like, you have no soul. Just kidding, Colorado. I love you. But I can't not say it whenever I see his name. Even if I'm just scrolling through my friends list, I giggle whenever I see his name because I'm a giraffe 77, not Colorado.
I asked him when PlayStation allows for the name changes coming up if he was going to change it to something that included a giraffe.
Okay.
He said no.
Anyway, I was playing Amaterasu, and there was a Sobek, and Dan was Nox, Colorado was Anubis, and we had a random rat. And I remember I had Heartward, Guardian's Blessing, Sovereignty, Boots, Berserker Shield, and Runic Shield. And before I even went back to buy Boots, like, I had tier 1 of Boots. I decided to just buy Sovereignty and then Boots, because I could at least get tier 1. I remember I had like 4,000 gold. I was ready to die. And so I was like, alright, all 5 of them are standing under their tower. I'm going in. And I go in, and they're all freaking dead. We killed them all. And I'm like, sitting here like, I was supposed to die? Not them? And I was just sitting there like, okay, wow, I'm awesome. And I ended up having to kill myself to the tier 2 tower because I couldn't even kill myself to the first before we killed them all and destroyed it. And that was just hilarious. I died.
I was making fun of her the whole time. I was like, Beagle, aren't you supposed to be dying? Get out of here. Go on.
Yeah, we had that a couple times this week where it's like, all right, I'm going to go in and die. Like, will you stop killing them? Like, I'm just trying to die.
Yeah, and another game I want to talk about is last night when we were playing, I was sucking so bad as carry. Like, I was losing so bad. And the one game I was actually doing good against a Freya as sole carry, I disconnected, lost everything, caused us to lose the game, and I hated life so much.
Feeder.
So
I'm glad you can admit that you're the cause.
I always have admitted. And so Guy takes carry, and I play mid. Where's that game? Oh, it's right here. And we actually won that game. I was against a Ra, so I was like nervous, like, oh, this guy is going to kick my butt. I always get my butt kicked by Ra when I play mid. And I was Scylla, and I actually did pretty well. I mean, I only had 1 kill, but I never died, and I had 18 assists, because every time I got close to getting a kill, somebody else took it. But whatever, I never died. That's all I cared about. Like, they had a freaking Vamana, a Sobek, Kronos, Pele, Ra, and I never even died once. I came super close, but I didn't. I was proud of myself for playing mid pretty well. Really? I think that's about it, because I wanted to talk about that Joust, but we already did. Which was hilarious, because... Wait, was he the one... Oh, no, he wasn't. That was a different team. Never mind. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Alright. Dan, yourself?
I have a couple games I could talk about. I haven't been playing as much. I've been watching a lot of the going-ons this weekend instead of playing as much, but I had a
Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, my cousin's been bringing Red Dead over, so that's been fun.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, that game's pretty damn fun. We take like 15, 20-minute intervals playing back and forth.
Like the last episode, you was bitching about it. You said it wasn't your speed.
It was.
I'll tell you what,
it got a little better because we started getting attacked by raiders on the road and stuff, and it was just a lot more like, okay, I guess the tutorial was just really fucking
Yeah, that first
drooling.
chapter is really slow.
I was like,
I'll
oh
tell
my
you
god.
what, though. The alligators, that was awesome.
Oh my god. Okay, real quick, wrong game, but Jesus Christ. So my cousin is playing at this point, and he kills some ducks, and he's going into the river to get them. And all of a sudden, his screen starts shaking, and he's like, what's going on? What's going on? And this fucking giant alligator pops out of the water and fucking beats the shit out of him. And he's like, what the fuck? And he's like slamming buttons trying to get out. He manages to get out once. And he's like, okay, well, fuck, where'd he go? So he uses all his stuff to try and find him, and he can't find him. So he goes in the river again to get his fucking duck. And this alligator just straight jumps and bites his fucking head off. Funniest shit
great.
I have ever seen. So then he's like, okay, fuck this, your turn. And I'm like, no, I don't want to go get the ducks. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll kill one on the coast. All of a sudden, I see an alligator lurking in the water, and I rifle scope that bitch in the face, and I call my cousin a bitch. But that was
I call my cousin a bitch.
that was fun.
I'm safe as he gets the skin, and then another alligator attacks
Oh
him.
my god, yeah. I was like picking up the skin, and another alligator comes out of fucking nowhere and eats me, and I'm like, oh my god. We were literally just having the best time, though. It was so funny.
Back to Smite.
Back to the good game.
Really? That's what you guys were talking about?
Back to the good Shut up.
I leave for 2 freaking minutes.
Shut up, Beagle. Anyway, I had a pretty good conquest. The same game Beagle played Scylla. I went Arachne jungle and went 12-2. DM
And stole
Brandon
all my
talks shit on
kills.
Arachne every day. I think she's a fun god. I think she's fairly decent with you just have to use your babies to get a little farther ahead in the beginning and you're fine. I mean, I don't know what his problem is with her. Maybe it's because he builds Golden Blade on her, which is terrible. But whatever.
Oof.
I like her. I mean, if I'm stuck in jungle role, I'm rolling Arachne. I do well.
I can't see what his problem is with her. And it's not to bash on DM Brandon or anything, but like, I don't understand what his problem is with her. I think she's fine. I went 12-2 and my burst was destroying half their health on my first basic. Like, what more could you ask for from a god?
The biggest problem with Arachne right now is that she isn't strong against the meta picks. She's actually weak against a lot of them. And her clear isn't the best.
It may not be, but dude,
hurts her right now.
I think she works great.
People,
she has good sustain. She has a stun in her kit. Maybe it's a little hard to hit sometimes, but you just gotta weave it in there.
Yeah,
you gotta use it at proper times.
Nothing like coming out the lane behind somebody, though. Right that mid lane pushes up to, get some minions and box with the other mid laner, and you come out the jungle on his side. You hit him with your webs from behind. You're on him before he's like, oh shit, he's wrapped up. He's dead.
Yeah. I mean, I just generally don't know what his problem is with her. I think she's great.
Exactly.
Every time I watch his videos that have Arachne in, he's just talking shit the whole time. And I'm like, I don't get it. I think she's great. And I even seen him play her in a video and do well. And talk shit on her the whole time. Oh well. I played an Assault as Nox. I did pretty good. I was actually hitting my combos. I was surprised myself. I usually don't play Nox, like, at all. And whenever I get her in Assault, I'm like, here we go, worst Nox in the world incoming, but then I end up playing really well, so whatever. I think that's pretty much it for my games of the week, though. Oh, okay, I can talk about that arena we did the other day.
That arena.
We were checking out the new arena, and we went in and just completely destroyed them. I think they got 1 kill, if not none. And
they didn't get any.
Yeah, they didn't get any. Okay, because I know I didn't die. I know Beagle didn't, and I know Dad didn't.
Now, in their defense, they were a 4-man. Their ISIS didn't load?
Their ISIS didn't load in, but it was Morrigan, Kernanos, Thor, and Kukulin. Like, that sounds like they could at least get 1. But
yeah, I mean, and you should be out experiencing us because there's only 4 of you.
But man, we just took it to them, and it was bad. It was hilarious.
It was bad.
Oh, it was fun. I went 7-0-10. It was pretty fun. I was critting my face off. It was great.
Feels good.
Yeah, most of my week this week was watching games and paying attention to Worlds in the weekend. So that's all I got.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's part of the reason I haven't been playing much is there's just been other things in World going on. And I typically take a little bit of a break from the game going into Worlds just so I'm not burned out by the time I go to watch it. I didn't really have games this week.
No, I played a lot of that. Domination was pretty fun. It kind of got old, though, pretty quick.
Domination sucked because there was a Loki in every game, yeah.
I don't even worry about Lokis. I shit on Lokis all day long.
He's still annoying. He's still unfun. Even if you shit on him, he's still unfun.
In the end, he just one-shots your carry 16 times in a row, and it's no fun.
You know what?
Yeah.
I executed an invisible one with Thanatos. I'm happy.
That's right, you did.
I'm like, where'd that fucker go? I'm like, I think he probably went this way. Bam. I got him.
You did. That was a really nice play. I remember that one. You were hyped for it, too. You were like, I just executed an invisible Loki. Yeah.
No more fucking complaining about him.
No, definitely complain about him. Again, it's he does what he's supposed to, but it doesn't make him fun to play with. I mean, that's really my big complaint.
I've just been getting mystical mail on Bacchus.
But that should and that should reveal him.
Should.
Are you kidding me?
It does. At least the damage ticks reveal him a little bit, so you kind of got an idea where he's at.
Yeah, but in a game based upon skill shots, when you can't really see where your target is.
Right.
Yeah. I give it that. I want to dive into this. I do want to play the game mode a little bit more. Maybe we can do that and talk about it, the mode a little bit more in our upcoming episodes or so. We'll see. But yeah.
I bought the bundle because Artemis.
Yeah, I bought it too, just so I could get the 2 gold keys and finish up the skins.
I didn't because I think I'd rather try to get the Ares. So
I didn't because I could get 2 skins that I wanted for less than the price of 2 skins that I didn't really want.
I didn't because I don't have the money to spend on that right now. And I don't know. I don't think it'd really be worth it. Because to be completely honest, I mean, I love the pig on that skin, but I like the Moonlit Ranger one way better, honestly.
Like, I wish I could get the Ares and use that as my excuse for not buying the bundle, but, like, I know I'm never going to get to the Ares, so.
I know I'm never going to get it.
All right. So, that wraps up Games of the Week here. So, let's move on to this week's session of progression, where we're going to be talking about the Master of Thunder. It's Raijin.
Fuck yeah.
It's Raijin.
Yuki? I remember.
This means you want lore now, huh?
Raijin.
I guess. But only because you asked so nicely and didn't forget about me this time.
I always have you on my mind, boy.
So, Raijins are most valued god from Worlds.
Yeah, I mean,
he banned, dominated. I mean,
he just did so much in every game he was played.
Yeah.
Wolfie getting that sick quadra was awesome.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. That was pretty cool.
He's really good. He's not overpowered though, but he's
he's in a good spot.
I think he's balanced. I think he's in a good place.
Since we'd like to get off track real quick, though, who was it that had the pentakill for the win in the...
That was Arkle on Chernobog.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that was pretty awesome.
That was awesome.
That was hype. High five out to that. But anyway, back to Raijin's lore.
So, Raijin is one of the oldest gods in the Shinto religion. And that's obviously coming from ye olde Japan, which is where our Japanese pantheon comes from. He's actually the son of Izanami and Izanagi. Izanagi is one of the highly requested gods that we're hoping to see this year into the Japanese pantheon. But yeah, Old creepy Izanami herself is Raijin's mama.
Huh.
Yeah.
So,
that'd be cool to have a joust team of Izanami, Izanagi, and Raijin.
Yeah.
Let's see where he gets his looks from.
Yeah. So Raijin is pretty consistent throughout the history and lore and mythology of his look. Big muscular demon looking dude. Sometimes with horns, some without. But also, a thing that's not in the game is he has crazy, wavy, gravity-defying hair. So think Little Mermaid hair floating all over the place. He's pretty cool. He's the god of thunder. He does this thing with the taiko drums, which are those ironically named traditional Japanese drum. Taiko is just actually the overarching word for drums in general. So any drum is a taiko drum because taiko means drum. I mean, what can you do?
At least it sounds cool.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, it's what he does. There's a lot of my fucking brain's fried. I've been drinking all day.
You should have kept drinking. It sounds like.
Yeah, no shit. But there's nothing too crazy in his lore. The Izanami thing is pretty funny. So I mean, that's Raijin, Thunder God, bangs drums, looks scary.
I like this part about his lore where it doesn't stop parents from warning their children to hide when the storm comes, lest Raijin devour their bellies. And while he no doubt finds this tale amusing, but yet has actually to feast on any toddlers.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, I forgot about that. Good thing I read the articles while I talk about this too. So he's often farmers, kind of hold him up a little higher because lightning, they used to think, fertilized the fields. So agricultural god, that's pretty funny. We're going to fertilize the fields with lightning.
Or burn it to the ground, but
Good soil, decimated earth.
I don't know. Anyway, so Guy, what's he got for abilities here? I know he's one of your forte guys.
Listen,
my
dude,
first diamonds.
He is definitely probably my favorite mage right now to play.
What? Say that again?
He's probably my favorite mage right now.
Wow. Ouch.
That's saying a lot.
Alplosh is mad at you.
I know. He'd be upset, but...
Fear the call of Alplosh.
He's just so good right now.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah. His passive is Charge Tempo. For every 5 abilities cast, Raijin reduces the cooldown of all abilities currently on cooldown, including the one just cast, by 2 seconds. Additionally, Raijin's basic attack have a wider radius +2. Huh. His first ability, Percussive Storm. Raijin pounds his drums, sending forth a peal of thunder in a line, then another, then 2 at once, each growing wider as it travels. The thunder deals magical damage to enemies it hits. Damage per shot... Oh, go ahead.
I thought you were going to say Dunder Mifflin there.
Differ.
Right, I can't talk tonight. It's been a long weekend. Damage per shot is 25 to 85 with 30% of your magical power.
Per shot.
Second ability, Raiju. Am I saying that right?
Yep.
Raiju?
Yep, Raiju.
Raijin marks a target enemy by dismissing his ally Raiju, who hides in the enemy's navel while asleep. Raiju slows and reveals the target to Raijin's team on the minimap. The next time Raijin damages the target, Raiju awakens and claws his way out, doubling the slow and damaging the target and 5 nearby enemies every 0.5 seconds for 0.25 seconds in his attempt to flee. Subsequent enemies hit take decreased damage. That's a lot of reading. Damage pet tick 15 to 55 plus 13% of your magical power. And the bounce damage pet tick is 9 to 33 with 8% of your magical power. Your third ability is Thunder Crash. Raijin sends a bolt of lightning crashing down at his ground target location, damaging and mesmerizing enemies. While Raijin himself ascends into the sky, shortly thereafter he's crashing down at the location, doing a second burst of damage to enemies in the area. He does 20 to 40 plus 20% of his magical power. And then the thunder damage is 40 to 80 plus 20% of your magical power. And this is a leap also. So.
Yeah, I never realized I had a mesmerize in that.
Yeah, it definitely
it's
does.
It's a really short mess.
It comes in handy though. It's definitely
0.3 seconds.
Definitely picked up a few kills. So, his ultimate taiko drums. Raijin flies above the battlefield, beating his drum 4 times to summon Pill of Thunder. With each hit, he has a choice of 3 beats. Beat 1, 100% damage. Beat 2, taunt and 30% damage. Beat 3, fear and 30% of your damage. While in the air, Raijin suffers 20% movement speed slow. So he does 120 to 240 plus 50% of your magical power. The fear is 5 seconds and the taunt is 5 seconds.
0.5 seconds.
0.5 seconds, yeah, sorry.
That's kind of important.
Yeah.
Damn, can you imagine a 5-second taunt on each beat of the drum?
Oh, God, 15-second taunt. Jesus.
Yeah, it only lasts 7 seconds, so you don't have to worry about it that long. But if you time it right, you can definitely pull them for a minute, for at least 2 seconds, taunt them for 2 seconds, fear them for 2 seconds if you time it all right.
I'll tell you what, though, that fear today when trapped in that Odin cage was life-saving. That was awesome.
Yeah, 10 HP, goes up into taiko drums, and just fucking fears him off long enough for his team to show up and get the kill. Perfect.
That was definitely a hold my beer moment.
Yeah, that was definitely nice. Yeah, he's really fun. I like him.
How do we play this guy? I haven't played him much myself, but he is definitely a powerful god.
Yeah, you definitely you want to clear the way. You want to start your 1 first and clear the wave. You want to get that 2 up there so you can put that on the wave and then clear it because it bounces. It's kind of like, I guess, Zeus's chain lightning. It just goes from enemy to enemy. That's what makes it. That's what I think makes it so good. That's what I think makes him so good, is that 2, his second ability. Yep. The Raiju makes him so good. Yep. And he's got the Thunder Crash, that's his escape or an engage, either one. I usually save it for an escape for the most part, but.
Escape.
And one thing is all of his abilities go through walls. His ultimate goes through walls, and his 1 goes through walls.
Can you put the 2 on people through walls as well, right?
Yes.
If you can stick it on them, yeah.
Yep.
Yuki, you said this was one of your first diamonds?
This was my first diamond.
Oh.
Yep. I got a long history. I diamonded him back when he was, like a C-tier god.
Yeah, I know there's been some people that have been a long time appreciative of him, even through his highs and lows.
Yeah. So one thing that's always been really good is, especially when you're clearing a wave, once you've got a bit of your kit up and you've got your, all of your abilities, maybe once you've hit 5 and have your ult, using your 1 to clear most of the minions, and then saving Raiju if you're in a position to be aggressive. If you wait and you put that Raiju on the last minion, you can auto it. You can auto any ability Raijin has, including his auto attacks, triggers Raiju's effects. So you can put on that last minion, after you've cleared most of the wave with your 1, and then hit that minion with an auto and get it to bounce onto the enemy if they're standing too close. Putting it on somebody when you're chasing, jumping on them for that damage and the slow, really good. But he does a lot of damage. He's got a fairly safe range. His leap, not as good as it used to be, but still pretty good. As long as you hit it before shit gets too hairy, you'll get out. It used to be basically an instant get out of jail free card. Rip the good days.
No, didn't you used to have to stop before you could use it, right? Didn't it make you stop for like a split second before you could use it? I think it's way better now than it used to be.
Right, yeah, you had to stop before, but basically it was uninterruptible once you cast it.
Okay, yeah.
And what they did is they made it interruptible, but you could still be moving and you wouldn't get rooted before the teleport went off.
Yeah, another thing about his ultimate, you want to be careful when you use it because you can definitely get jumped on while you're using it and destroyed. Because you're going slow and you're really stuck where you're at. You can move a little bit, but you're not going to move very fast.
Yep. Definitely. Yeah, he's got a lot of good presence. He's got a lot of decent CC for like just a hardcore burst mage, blaster from the back row. That slow off the Raiju is really good. The damage coming off Percussive Storm, if you can land all 4, is kind of wacky. It scales from 100 to 340 plus 120%. So mid game, Raijin not ulting you could still easily nearly one-shot you. Raiju is good against stealth characters because it reveals like who you use Mark of the Crow does. So it's always nice, especially if you see the enemy locking into Loki. You're a mid laner, pick Raijin, you can mark him.
Yeah, he's that. He could turn a fight in a second. He can turn any fight in a second.
Yeah,
that's what I like about him. I just like you can just turn it. You can be losing that fight, and all of a sudden you're going to hit your Raiju on somebody, and then hit your one, and hit your ult, and it's over. You pretty much wipe an entire team out if you get set up right.
Yeah. So as far as his build's concerned here, I don't think he's changed a whole lot. When he got the new passive with the cooldown, Kronos' Pendant, definitely fucking awesome on him. Not always 100% pickup, but definitely something I look for. I'm looking for just that big CDR item later in the game, because between the passive on Kronos' and his passive, you can easily cast your one and nearly get your one back up at 40% cooldown. You can almost double cast. I think it's like a second and a half.
Yeah, I like to build Book of Thoth first on this guy.
Oh yeah.
And you want your penetration boots and then Spear of Desolation. And then go...
Spear of the Magus is arguable too, for sure.
Spear of Magus is also really good because it spreads really so easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I like building Gem of ISO on him just to be a dick.
Yeah, Spear of Magus is good on any mage that does combos. Yeah, any kind of combo mage is going to really benefit from Spear of the Magus.
I think one of the reasons Magus is almost a mandatory pickup is because if you get a Raiju bounce on 3 or 4 or 5 of the enemy team, you're ticking away all of it. You're getting 5 stacks of Magus on everybody, and then if you go into your ult afterwards, or if you hit Raiju and then go into your ult, you hit that first shot from Taiko Drums' ult, and then just give it a half second to wait for those Magus ticks to go off, and then just nuke the whole team.
Nice, yeah. Again, I do like the Gem of ISO on him, but that's more like an assault or an arena style thing, I think, for him.
It can even like in Conquest, it's not a bad pickup if you're looking for a little more CC. If you're ahead, the item's not terrible damage wise on a mage, and again, he can apply it to the whole team on top of the Raiju slow.
You know what I've seen a lot played today was Shaman's Ring.
Shaman's Ring, yeah.
Shaman's Ring is really good on him too.
That is an underrated item.
Yeah, it's another one for combo mages. Any mage that does combos, Shaman's Ring is really good on them too.
Yeah. I saw it picked up a lot of Nopwatch. I would argue that Soul Gem is a pretty good item on him. Better than I think a lot of people give it credit for. Because he free casts pretty consistently.
And he benefits from cooldown a lot too, so.
Yeah. So that passive for that healing and the bonus damage and everything is really good.
All right, so how do you play against him? Well, first off, Guy, you already brought up one point. When he's in his ult, he is slowed and vulnerable, so...
Yeah, if you can jump on him when he's in his ult, if you can collapse on him when he's in his ult, you can kill him.
Yeah.
That's,
another
or
thing...
put him in the middle of a big circle.
Mm-hmm.
If you get that Raiju on you as a god, you need to dip, dive, duck, and dodge.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't get that off, his kit's cut in half.
Yeah, 100%. Another good thing is his escape again is interruptible. So looking for that CC when he turns to leave, and let's say you're a jungle like an Aja, he turns to leave, you sash him, he's dead.
Yeah, that shit sucks when people do that.
His leap doesn't have the best of range, so you can look to close the distance.
Yeah, if he leaps and you have your dash up, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, don't stand in your minion wave when you're playing against him.
Yeah, at all.
Because he will just destroy you.
His one has a lot is a very wide line attack, wider than I think even the animations really show, and especially that third hit. It's still going to do a good bit of damage to you and kind of force you to get poked out. But definitely try to kind of clear off from the side, wait for the Taiko, or wait for the one to go off and finish. If he uses his Raiju, just kind of chill back, just wait for him to clear. But he's going to have good range. He's got, decent mobility. None of his abilities hold him still. But really, you just really want to burst him down, and you want to get at him and just take him out. He's pretty damn squishy.
Yeah, you want to dive him in team fights. You want to dive him in the back line, push him out if you can, kill him if you can, but try to get him out of the fight.
He's kind of rough on mana early game too, so in an early game situation,
he is.
You just kind of want to keep pushing at him, poking at him.
He's just so good in team fights. That's what you got to be. You got to stay spread out, because he just destroys you.
Yeah. All right, best skins.
Monkey skin, Donkey Kong by far.
Yes, I love that skin.
Unfortunately,
I like the War Chief.
Yeah,
like his skins aren't bad. I just don't. He doesn't have any.
I think he just needs to get some of the newer tier skins.
Yes, he needs to get some of the newer skins
because they've been really up in their game on the skins, and some of the gods that haven't been hit yet, their skin pool looks ridiculous.
Yeah, like the War Chief one's pretty good. But the in-game model's kind of weird. He looks really short compared to the card art. I think the card art looks better on that one. And even then, War Chief was the beginning of the season or last season?
Last season, I think. I'm not positive, though.
Oh, October 10th.
Yeah,
so it had to be
season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Raijin needs some love. But yeah, I mean, if it weren't for the monkey skin, unfortunately, has that no real voice pack thing going on where you just ahs at you. So
I still need a Diddy Kong skin for Run Bats to go with them.
Yeah, the Diddy Kong Run Bat skin, that'd be awesome. But yeah, animation wise, it's definitely the coolest. The freaking bananas
and the barrels.
The bananas sliding down the wall.
The barrels.
Best, dude. I could laugh.
Dude.
I could just laugh all day just throwing bananas against the wall. I'm telling you.
But yeah, Raijin got a rework almost a year and a half ago. No, it was at the beginning of last season.
Yeah, he definitely needs some skin love. He'll probably get some skin love after these World Championships. He was playing a lot.
Oh, of course, and he's a mage, so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that wraps up this week's session of progression. As always, feel free to hop over on the Discord and continue the conversation or provide us with any other tips we may have missed or omitted. And Beagle Girl, are you ready for this week's community section?
I am. So, first up here we have Snoopy Dog. Oh, I guess
Why don't you tell people
I guess I'll repeat the question first, actually. This week's community challenge, there have been a lot of new gods, which means there are a lot in English. There have been a lot of new gods.
Service to practice.
Shut up! No! Shut your faces and leave me alone. Let me read this. There have been a lot of new gods, which means there are new wombo combos with all the new ult. What is the most... Wait, what is the most... Probably what is... What is the worst?
The mostest.
What is the worst wombo combo you could think of? The best? I don't know what you mean by most.
What?
I don't know.
First, Beagle, I'm confused.
Just read the damn sentence, Beagle.
Grammar police.
Shut your faces. Anyway, first answer, Snoopy Dog. Can't think of any new ones, but I guess Kumba alt plus Ninja alt and maybe even a Giannis portal. That would be rough. Next up, Mr. Net. I feel like Odin and Pele will combo together because Pele can just throw her while Kit inside the cage, and the enemy will just get demolished in those 5 seconds. Also, Baron, Poseidon, and Hades will be this eternal pool and you can't get away from. Will just be the... I cannot read.
Clearly.
It's going to be a pain when you go through those terms of service. That's going to take forever.
I'm not doing it. You guys suck. Maybe for trolling, you can throw all of Hera, Bastet, and Scotty's pets on one person, see what happens. That is, oh my god, I've never even thought of that.
That's just wrong.
That's just not okay. I've never even thought of that. Is there anyone else in the game with pets? I feel like there's someone else.
Nuwa minions,
Arachne, Nuwa minions, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, there's a few out there.
That would be disgusting.
Kuzenbo, he's got the best.
Oh yeah,
the Nene. Yeah, we gotta get the Nene. How can we forget the Nene?
Forget that?
Guy loves killing people with his Nene.
I love it.
Oh god, there was such a hot Nene.
That makes me happy.
Yesterday.
All right. Next answer here, we have Glaceon or Yuri. Wombo combo time. Let us say Hades, Ares, Cerberus, Morgan, and Daji. You may be in the middle of the map at the start, but by the end of it, if you're not dead, you may be on the opposite side of the map. This is the Arena Dream Team. Why are we giving these people ideas? Like, what if we have to play against these people? Because Dad wants to play Arena so we can look at the new Arena map.
It already happens. It's fine.
It already happened.
Dude, actually, I won an arena recently because the Daji on my team, it was a close match, and the Daji on our team got a 3-pull into the middle of our fountain. 3 of them. It was fucking great. Turned the match right around, and we were able to ride that to victory.
That's disgusting. Next, we have Merc and Zombie. Who needs wombo combos when we got Outwash?
Hell yeah.
I guess that's pretty true. But we have been playing this team in Joust, Discordia, Neath, and Fafnir. That's actually pretty rough. Ability power of Neath with Heartseeker, with Discordia passive, and Fafnir's buff on top of Heartseeker proc Neath ult. Neath stacks Heartseeker on blue buff. Fafnir buffs her one-shot the squishies. Next we have Give Me Merlin. Is that Vio?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought.
The little guy's in it.
Because it's got, yeah. My entry for combos probably aren't really wombos, but just cheeky business. Uller, Ardio duo lane, or Uller, Ardio, and Hell in Joust. That way there's 18 abilities at level 3 in Joust, or 4 in Conquest. Really easy early clear and pressure, and just force the lead into stealing their jungle. And another thing that'd be fun, don't stand so close to me by the police. Zeus, Ping Ping, Raijin, and another bounce ability god. You need no further explanation.
The monkey. Zeus, Ping Ping, Raijin, the monkey. Oof.
Who else? Is there one more?
I feel like there is, but I'm not.
I feel like there is, yeah, but I can never think of it.
Hunbats.
Well, that's the monkey.
Who said that?
I think that's it.
Are there any more bouncy gods? Who ye?
Kind of.
Not really.
Not really.
Bounce, though.
Oh,
unless you're playing.
Baron Zombie.
The snake.
Baron?
Yeah.
Oh, the snake. That's right. I was just going to say, what? Yeah.
Oh, Yuri coming back in here with another one.
The all taunt team. Athena, Erlong, Serket, Discordia. And is there a 5th?
Raijin?
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't say Discordia really has a taunt.
Well,
yeah, but her
it makes them attack each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
kind of.
I like it. I mean,
yeah,
that would work. Wait, Raijin?
Raijin has a taunt on his ult. We just went over this.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. Shut
GG, Beagle.
All right, let's give Beagle a rest, guy. Why don't you click into the social media responses?
I want Beagle to read them all.
Shoot. You want Beagle to read them?
Hell yeah, let her read them.
No.
She needs practice.
I'll tell you, I'm going to read mine because I posted it on Facebook.
You know what? My mic stopped working. Sorry. Can't hear you. Oh, no, my headphones stopped working. Can't hear you guys. Sorry.
I'll finish fucking reading, Jesus.
Well, let me read mine. I posted mine because when I thought of it, I wanted to write it down, so I posted it on the Facebook one. So mine was Baron pulling a group together for Pele, while in a Ganesha alt with Cupid's cripple keeping them in place, and of course, well, an Odin cage to boot.
I'm looking at this and I'm like, why the fuck is Dirt Nat's dad posted on here?
I didn't want to forget that, and I was like, there it is. There's what I want.
So Danny O'Malley knocks into Loki ult with an Athena ulting on Loki. Yeah.
Yeah.
Foul mouth filth. That's what I hear.
I think I've experienced that lately.
Naja ult into Yana's portal, into Kumba ult, into Freya's banish, and another knockup.
I seen one the other day where an Ares did his ult and then went through the portal across the wall and yanked them all out of the fountain area, out into the lane. That was pretty sweet. I don't even know where I've seen that.
That
happened at
right there.
placements.
Like
that happened at placements.
Is that where it was?
Yeah.
That was pretty sweet.
I think yeah. All right. And then it looks like bringing it here in the end here is Landon Philp. Will always be Ares Poseidon. Yeah, that'll crush dreams.
Yeah.
So I thought about this one because I find hilarious shit just far too much fun to try to pull off in Smite. I definitely think one of the best ones that I've attempted back in the day was Circuit. Circuit. Fuck my brain.
So we got 2 Circuits so far.
Yeah, 2 Circuits. All right. So it's Circuit. Jesus Christ, Hercules. Thank you. My brain. Hercules, Kuzumbo, Ares, and Daji. And it was just disgusting. We tried to get the solo ult off with Circuit for the throwback into the Herc pluck, Herc dash, Kuzumbo push, and then finally they got their beads off, but we were looking for the Ares pull into the Daji pull. And with this whole, chain of CC, one poor bastard got pulled in arena from their side of the center and basically in front of our fountain. The Ares pull would have put them dead center in the fountain. The Daji would have pulled them into base.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like when you can just chain long CC like that really displaces you, it's just a lot of fun.
I thought about this a little bit, and I had a similar...
This is you on CC.
Yeah.
I had a similar thought, but different progression. So what I was thinking was Daji or Ares, one of the two, with a Circuit, with a Scylla, and basically what you're looking for is Daji or Ares to pull them in, Scylla hits them with the root, cripples them in place, as Circuit ults one of them, and then Scylla ult to kill and spread the poison to the rest. And if you want to throw anything else in there,
there's another spreading damage god, Circuit's ult.
Yeah.
Call back there. Yeah, there we go. How about you, Beagle? You got any wombo combos you want to see?
I would probably say people like Odin for his ult, Cupid ult, but then Ares ult, Poseidon ult, Cerberus ult. Just a bunch of CC is the cancerous thing I could think of.
Also AMC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So our next community topic was given to us by the community. Beagle. It's in the leader chat. I reworded it so it's a little bit
I did
more appropriate.
Gotta get to this.
For
easier for you to English.
I hope so, at least.
So the next community topic, of the gods revealed and hinted at earlier at HRX, who are you most excited for, and who do you think are the secret unnamed gods?
All right. So that is our community challenge coming up here. So a little bit of note work here. So this episode obviously is coming out a little bit late due to us wanting to watch HRX and be able to talk to you about it instead of talking to you about it weeks from now.
Splice wins!
Splice wins.
Splice wins, baby! We'll be seeing them soon.
So this week's episode will be out a couple days late. I'm hoping everything will be out Tuesday night if all goes well. We're going to be looking at taking some time off here, just 1 week for the holiday, but we're also looking to try to get, Kabam back on the show here with, one or some of the guys. So depending on when, if that happens sooner than we're ready for, then maybe we don't skip a week. I don't know, but we might skip a week here because of the holiday. So just throwing that out there.
Oh yeah, big
don't
things
panic.
Coming. Big people coming still.
A lot of stuff in the hopper. We have been talking with a lot of people and got a lot of cool things going on. Maybe even some repeat people coming back here, obviously, and some other, things coming up for next season.
And I know we did talk to Oppie about coming back after some announcements have been made to talk about season 6. So that'll be fun.
Yep, got a lot of stuff happening and a lot of players,
That's right,
employees.
A lot of exciting stuff coming. Season 6.
Season
right
6
around the
stuff
corner.
coming.
A little bit of a re-kit here on the podcast too. Working on some changes just to kind of update and keep it fresh.
Yeah, look for a new intro coming out soon. I thought I found a few interesting pieces for Yuki to work with. I don't know if we'll use any of them or not, but I thought they were interesting. We'll see. So any other news before we go out? Oh, hey, last chance here. This week, Dan threw out a couple, RDO Fiend Hunters need to comment on episode 29 YouTube link. So, check out our YouTube channel. I got it pinned at the top of my Twitter, so you can easily get to it.
The link's in my Twitter post as well.
Yep. So, follow over to that.
Comment on that.
Yep, hit that sub button, click the little bell for notifications of future messages. Just another way to listen to one of your favorite podcasts, especially when it comes to Smite. So check us out, man. Help us out. Hit those likes, subscribes, stars, hearts, whatever it may be. Help us out, help you out, help us all out. All right, so Guy, how can folks get a hold of you?
You can find me on Twitter at GSmitey. You can find me on PlayStation at GuyAJ78, and you can find me on Xbox at GuyAllSmitey.
Yuki.
You can find me on the Twitterverse at YukiGaming22, and for the foreseeable future, but don't hold on to this forever, PlayStation Network at Ryukotse_Yuki.
And Beagle.
You can find me on Twitter at Beagle_Girl27, or you can hit me up on PlayStation, Beagle_Girl2780. Send me a message. The podcast.
Dan?
You can find me on Twitter at SplitPushPodcast with no A, on PlayStation for the time being at DirtXNapXDan, and on PC at just DirtNapDan.
You can find good old Dirt Nap's dad here himself on the PlayStation for the foreseeable future. And on Twitter at dirt_naps_dad. Haven't been streaming as much lately because I've just had a lot of shit going on, and I end up playing games when I don't really think I'm going to be playing a bunch of games, and I don't know. Shit's I'll get there. When we're having fun, when life's not so honky dory and stuff, and you got other shit going on, you just gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. But you can also reach out to us at community@splitpushpodcast.com. Send us an email there, especially if you need any other details or how to spell any names like Ryukotse, Yuki, and stuff like that. We got the YouTube channel now again. Don't forget to check us out there. Hop in the Discord, say hello. We'll probably be doing some more giveaways in there soon. And, when it comes to dirt naps, you got to give them before you take them. Splice wins. And when all else fails,
Splice
wins.
And Splice wins.
And Splice wins.
Woo!